Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So this is Paolo Bridge, your Pinoy nurse here in Singapore. So for my today's content guys, I'm going to share to all of you what is temporary registered nurse here in Singapore. Okay, I'll repeat it again. What is temporary registered nurse here in Singapore? So before that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel, okay? So I believe that and if you've been following my blog, I think you've heard this temporary registered nurse. But yes, I'm here to explain what is the pros and cons of being a temporary registered nurse and what does usually a temporary registered nurse doing. Okay, so temporary registered nurse, yeah, for the meaning itself, temporary, so still a temporary. So you are not confirmed registered nurse. So basically, based on my experience and what I observe, those those nurses coming from India, usually I've seen they have this TREX. We call it TREX, temporary registered nurse. So why they are being called as temporary registered nurse? It's because they haven't took the Singapore Nursing Board exam. So their employer, they just let them come here in Singapore and work while waiting for the schedule of their Singapore Nursing Board exam for registered nurse. But yes, their position is still temporary registered nurse. So as what I observe, usually once they start work, they already working as a registered nurse. They will attend an induction program, orientation. Then after have this orientation, like 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks orientation, then they will start working as a team member first. Team member is like nursing aide, to be familiarized what is the work of a team member. Let me say like team member is like a nursing assistant first for 2 weeks so that they will be familiarized with the work. And after 2 weeks, after they are familiarized with that, then they will be buddy with their preceptor already. So the preceptor itself is already a registered nurse. Okay, it's a registered nurse. So yeah, they can still do everything with, of course, probation of their preceptor. Their preceptor must be always around whenever they give the medication, whenever they do their documentation. Their preceptor must countersign, must check everything. So straightforward means like while they're waiting for their Singapore Nursing Board exam, they already earning their money. They are starting working, which I believe it is very good because they will be familiarized already on how's the workload, what is really happening in the hospital, and the culture itself, which is, I believe, that is the pros of being a temporary registered nurse, and you still have some time to adapt. But one of the cons that I'm thinking is because you're already stressed of adapting on your current workplace, you're still trying to adapt on what you will do as a staff nurse, and also you thinking about your exam. So I think that's the cons. I think it's a bit stressful because yeah, you need to cope very fast with while you're working, and plus you're expecting that your Singapore Nursing Board exam will coming soon. So usually after they come here in Singapore as a TREX, they will just wait 1 to 2 months, then they will sit for examination already. And yeah, after the examination, they will just need to wait for the result. And once the result come up, and if they pass the exam, then they considered as registered nurse already. But of course, they still under probation because they haven't passed the probation period. Okay, so maybe some of you will ask, if they fail the Singapore Nursing Board exam, if they are temporary registered nurse. So based on my experience, based on my colleague, I won't mention the name, but I think she failed the first examination. Then after that, they still let her take one more time. So, but I'm not sure the duration, how many months she wait. But yes, they allow her to take the examination again. So this thing is based on your employer lah. If your employer will support you to retake your examination, then that's good. So that is for temporary registered nurse. By the way, I'm not sure if there's any temporary enrolled nurse. So, but yeah, I think this temporary registered nurse is just same with INOP program also. INOP program for the Philippine nurses. But yeah, I believe India also is like that. So that's why they have this temporary registered nurse. Sorry, I keep on repeating this temporary registered nurse. So it's still up to you if you okay with this kind of arrangement. But there's always pros and cons, which is already I explained. And regarding the salary of temporary registered nurse, I think once you're still on that position, your salary will still a bit low compare once you got your Singapore Nursing Board exam as a RN already. So there is a difference, okay? And regarding the probation period for temporary registered nurse, of course they will still have 6 months. Probation period is within 6 months. So they need to adapt within 6 months. And if your reporting officer or your manager think that you cannot cope, they will extend you another 3 months, and they will tell you what is your weaknesses and what is your strength, and try to adapt quickly as quick as possible. And I think that's it for my vlog today, and I hope you learn new thing again regarding this temporary registered nurse. Okay, so thank you for those who supporting my YouTube channel, and I hope that I am very helpful to all of you to to understand what is how to become a Singapore nurse, as a foreign nurse here in Singapore. Okay, bye bye. Thank you again.